Hello and welcome to Smart Lawyers Love Dumb Nurses. My name is Dr. Brian Smith, and I'm excited to share my expertise and insights with you. As an educator, I've seen many challenges that students and new nurses face. Now, we all know the textbooks provide a foundation, but there is much more to being a nurse than just mentioning facts and figures. Whether you're a nursing student just starting out or a new nurse looking to advance your career, this podcast is designed to help you reach your full potential. So join me on this journey and let's explore the world of nursing together. Today we're going to be talking about the things that are ruining your resume. I have discussions with the CEO and founder of HR Kyle. He has not only established his company to help people get the job they want, the job they need, and the job they love, he has also accumulated over 25 years of experience in the job market. It's safe to say that he's seen thousands of resumes. The good, the bad, the clear, the confusing, and the ugly. And the quality has varied drastically in our discussions. Here's the main things about typical resumes and the changes that need to be made. If you have your resume close by, take it out and look at it as we discuss this podcast. Is your resume covered in generic skills and vague language? Does your resume have way too much text crammed together? And does your resume include unnecessary information? Well, it's time to give it another look. Remove and replace all those items I talked about, those errors right now. Things that are ruining your resume. Negative language or excuses. Such as, I left my last job because of a toxic work environment. Replace that with something positive and focus on how you're looking to grow. Such as, seeking new opportunities to apply my skills in a collaborative and fast-paced environment. The next mistake that is ruining your resume is irrelevant work experience, such as worked as a cashier in high school. Those looking at your resume are only interested in experience relevant to the job you are applying for. Those who do the hiring may look at a resume for 15 to 30 seconds. That's it. I've had a lot of discussions with my brother Kyle, the CEO and founder of HR Kyle, and he 100% agrees. Let's get to the next thing that is ruining your resume. Hobbies that do not add value. Such as, I enjoy hiking and playing video games. Only include hobbies if they're relevant or show transferable skills. Such as, I volunteer once a month at my local community health center and I work with senior citizens. This demonstrates leadership and your technical skills. Hobbies just don't add any value. The next mistake that ruins your resume. Vague achievement statements. Such as, I helped improve our sales. I helped improve morale on my unit. Replace that with specific numbers that quantify your impact. such as I helped decrease tardiness on our unit by heading a committee on my department floor. But the next mistake that ruins resumes: overly long job descriptions. Such as, I was responsible for managing projects, coordinating teams, etc., etc., etc. Keep it concise and results focused. I led teams to deliver 10 plus projects last year. Someone looking at your resume is simply not going to take a lot of time to look at all the job descriptions you've had. It's boring and it just doesn't stand out. And next mistake that ruins your resume is generic soft skills. So many people put this on their resume: hardworking, team player, detail-oriented. That's really humble bragging, isn't it? What is better is prove your skills with actual achievements. I collaborated with our team to launch a new educational skill that decreased IV infections by 25%. It's detail-oriented, proven skill with the actual achievement. Nurses can ruin their resumes by being vague, using too many abbreviations, failing to highlight accomplishments, or simply not tailoring their resumes to specific job requirements. To fix these errors that ruin your resume, be specific and concise. Use action verbs and tailor your resume for each job. Yes, you may have to have 3 or 4 resumes on hand, or be ready to edit your resume to tailor it for the job that you're applying for. Remember, you've learned all the pertinent nursing skills and you've earned your credentials. Now it's time to find the job you want, the job you need, and the job that you will love. And whether you're just starting out or you're aiming to find a new nursing position, having a strong resume is very important. You only have a few seconds to make a good impression as a job candidate, so you want to make it count. And remember, it starts with your resume. If you've never created a resume before, or it's been a while since you've updated yours, chances are you might be making some common nurse resume mistakes. So I want to go through a checklist to see if your resume contains any of these costly errors that will ruin your resume. And let's make the appropriate fixes to strengthen it. Number 1, having only one resume. Although you might be applying for a number of similar nursing positions, every role is unique. Having the same resume out there is not as effective as slightly tailoring it for every employer. So start by carefully looking at the job description to see which skills are most important and what the position entails. Then, using your basic resume, create an alternate version in which you focus on the employer's needs. Now, you might have to rework the summary, move up and highlight the most relevant experience, or list related skills or special certifications you may have. If you are creating a resume as a new grad with no nursing experience or with non-nursing healthcare experience, that can be challenging. But remember to put all your clinical education and your achievements at your nursing school, all the clinical experience you had, and if possible, see if one of your nursing professors will write you a letter of recommendation. Also print out your nursing education evaluations that were completed by your nursing professor. Again, the next issue with how to ruin your resume is not being specific enough. All nursing applicants will have similar skills listed on their resumes. So, what about your resume will help you stand out? One way to do this is to get really specific about your accomplishments and experience. For example, instead of saying, "I assess patients' medical status," you might say, "I provided bedside care and clinical documentation for an average of 20 patients per week." In other words, whenever possible, put in the numbers, the statistics, and the concrete details that will help the reviewer who's looking at your resume understand the scope of your experience. Now, along those lines, be sure to list any non-nursing skills that might make you a stronger candidate, such as you are multilingual or you are proficient in electronic health record management. Remember, employers are looking for qualified nurses like you. No one uses objectives anymore. It's already implied that your objective is to get a job if you're sending out your resume. But instead, create a summary statement that's sort of your elevator pitch. Describe your accomplishments and what you will bring to a healthcare team. And don't forget to tailor it to the job you're targeting. Naturally, this gets easier for experienced nurses who have more accomplishments to summarize, but even new grads can use this format. Here's a sample of what I'm talking about. Nursing RN graduate with the required skill set to perform advanced patient care techniques, possesses exceptional patient care skills, and has completed specialized courses in intravenous infusion, dialysis, and cardiac care. Next, be sure to use key words. Today's employers use applicant tracking systems such as ATS that scan resumes first before a human sets eyes on it. If you're not including the key words that are relevant to the position, your resume might never be seen. The best way to keyword load your resume is to look closely at the job posting. Try to use some of the same terminology in your resume, since that is likely what the ATS will be programmed to find. For instance, nursing resumes should probably contain the word clinical, as well as anything aligned with the position you're seeking, whether it's pediatric, neurology, med-surgical, whatever it might be. If there are unexplained gaps in your resume, for whatever reason, whether you've stopped working to raise a family, had a health issue, or went back to school for an advanced degree, seeing a long period of time with no work can jump out at the recruiter. One way you can get around this is by setting up your resume in a functional format. Another option is to list what you were doing during that gap, as if it was career advancing, such as saying that you took certification courses, you went back to school, whatever it might be. If your gap was because of personal matters, then address it in the cover letter. You can say something like, "As my resume illustrates, I have 10 years of nursing experience in a fast-paced hospital setting. Although I did take some time off to care for my aging parent, I am eager to return to the profession I love." Similarly, if your work history consists of overlapping positions, such as if you held several per diem jobs at one time, you can include a line in your letter to explain that. There are signs that you've never created a resume before. Using a weird email address like hotbabe47@aol.com. including a selfie-style photo, or including your hobbies and interests on the resume send a clear signal you don't know how to create a professional resume. Take the time to research some acceptable resume formats and have a professional you know look it over. And I'll also say, as a bonus tip, you can leave off references available on request. That's an old school practice that really isn't done anymore. Be sure to use a user-friendly format. Remember, your resume is likely going to be scanned by an ATS and then read by a human. That means you want it to look clean, and it should be submitted in the format requested in the job posting. They usually say as a PDF or Word document. As for formatting, resumes should be broken up into sections using bullet lists and other eye-friendly formatting. Other than your short summary, there should not be any long blocks of text. Also, avoid using bright colored papers, crazy fonts, and other creative touches. You'll stand out, but not in a good way if you do that. Writing a nursing resume can make you feel overwhelmed. It's not easy. Nowadays, nursing resumes must be able to pass through resume reading software before it ever reaches a recruiter. That's why I have podcasts that help cater to your unique professional needs and employment situation. I was in the nursing profession for over 40 years. I've been down this road many times. Moving on, list your credentials correctly. The American Nursing Credentialing Center, ANCC, actually has a standard way to list the credentials after your name. So read their list carefully. Always start by listing the highest earned degree, then your licensure, and then any additional specializations and certifications. So your name might look like this: Maggie Jones, BSN, RN. That indicates that you've earned Bachelor of Science degree in nursing, you're a registered nurse, and then any certification after that. At the bottom of your resume, you should list your education and degrees, followed by all your licenses and accreditations with expiration dates. So looking at your resume, how did you do? If you have any of these mistakes, it's time to do a resume revamp. Along with a strong cover letter, your new and improved nursing resume will make you more attractive in the job market. Remember, high-paying nursing opportunities abound. An in-demand nurse, you are in control of your career. Check out the best jobs from coast to coast on any job board, such as LinkedIn. Get the pay and career that you deserve. My name is Dr. Brian Smith. Stay focused, stay inspired, stay kind, and stay tuned. Thank you for listening.